Okay, today is May 10th, 2016. We're watching the western U.S. water vapor loop, and we can see a very large upper level low pressure system here spinning. This is, I think it's about 1,014 millibar or something like that. It's not anything uh, that is too threatening, but there is a transmitter on this system, and that is isolating a jet stream moisture flow right here from winding into that core and strengthening the system. And so that transmitter is heating the core of this system and preventing any further development. In the meantime, we have some moisture spinning off from this system and moving towards California. And today in Southern California, looking to the west, we can see a lot of chemtrail activity as we watch in preparation for this moisture field to move on shore. So we have the jets out spraying, and that, of course, lowers the relative humidity. And we can see that moisture moving near to the Southern California area. And so at around, I think it was around 3 o'clock today, I started to notice the jets were out spraying the skies right here over Southern California. And of course, those desiccants spread out, those artificial clouds spread out and create a lower than normal relative humidity condition, causing an inversion layer. And so we don't get lift in the atmosphere, and we must have two things for rain and moisture to fall, precipitation, and that is moisture and lift. And of course, the chemtrails stop the lift. All right. The other thing is that we've got this low pressure system here. This is an upper level low, pardon me, and we have dry conditions up in Fort McMurray. We'll take a look at that here right now. We see that this storm is not generating much moisture in Alberta. If we go to the telecast satellite view and we take a look at Fort McMurray, which is right here, we can see that, I'll just slide the camera over, we can see that the conditions in Fort McMurray, if you can read that, is there's kind of a lot of glare, but we have 46 degrees, the humidity is 53%, 12 mile per hour winds, wind direction is at 40 degrees, dew point is at 30 degrees, and we got a 9-mile visibility. So that's the stats for Fort McMurray right now, at currently right now in up in Canada where that fire is. Okay, so if we zoom out now on this map, if we just zoom out a little bit, you can see there's Fort McMurray right where the mouse pointer is. And if we just pan around a little bit, we can see all that rain is way over here in this other province, which I don't remember the name of. I think it's Saskatchewan or something. Anyway, it's just adjacent to Alberta. But notice there's no rain up in this area where the big fire is. Last night we were watching a lot of this moisture being blown apart. And if we go back now and take a look at the other maps, let's go back to the big map here. And you can see that this low pressure is now starting to approach the Canadian border right here in this third province, Saskatchewan, I think is what they call it. Let's go take a look at this in the infrared loop. Yeah, there's just not a whole lot happening here in this one province. Okay. And we can see the high pressure that's been installed here. We have a transmitter on top of this system, and that will maintain separation. We've got a jet stream flow that's moving a lot of moisture into Alaska. Alaska looks like they're getting buried with rain right now. Let's take a look at the jet stream map. And we can see that flow moving right into Alaska, funneling a lot of that moisture right back into Alaska. Okay. All right. So we just were looking at this map. We can see that what's happening here. Be nice if this storm would just move right up here and put that fire out. But I think that makes too much sense. There are other factors here. I saw a comment about there's uranium deposits in Alberta up there near Fort McMurray, and that's interesting because natural mineral rights and all that sort of thing and provide motives for a lot of strange things to happen. We'll have to keep an eye on this story and see what develops. There's a lot of information on the internet about minerals and things that are up in that area. All right. So today we had partly cloudy skies, afternoon chemtrails. That's because of this moisture field moving in. We have a shot of some much damper weather. Currently, right now at 9:45 in the foothills of Los Angeles, we have a barometric pressure of 29.98. We have a temperature of 55 degrees. The relative humidity is 87%. And that's gone up quite a bit. This morning at about 10:30, we had 78% humidity. Right now it's 87%, and the dew point is 51 degrees. So we'll just keep an eye on things. Let's look at some of these other maps. We have the surface analysis map, and here's that system offshore. They show two lows. These are 1,014 millibar pressure systems. This is an upper level system, and these are moving towards the west coast. We also have a high parked up here that is going to block the jet stream and different things from moving into Canada. Keep an eye on that. Let's take a look at this is the southwest map, water vapor map. We can see some of this cloud cover moving in. This is the water vapor map. Let's take a look at the rainbow loop. We do have some moisture moving in, and of course the chemtrails are right there to sponge it all up. Those are the chemtrail mix is a desiccant, and it dries out the atmosphere and prevents any chances of precipitation down here in the Southern California area. If you look at the next map here, this is the SSEC geostationary map, water vapor map, and we can see chemtrails being sprayed right through here on the last few frames, right here. And so they are spraying this whole area out here in preparation for onshore arrival in LA and other parts of Southern California and Northern California. We can see them, they're spraying up here as well. So these guys are working all the time. These pilots, these planes are flying all over the place all the time. Okay, here's another sea level pressure analysis. And we can see that there's a low indicated here. We've got an upper level low here. And we have this low out here. Let's take a look next at the 500 millibar. We can see the upper level low here. And right over here over Montana. All right, next is the 300 millibar, pretty much the same. We've got low pressure here. We see some ridges right here. Okay, so that's pretty much the report for tonight. We will do another update tomorrow. We'll keep an eye on what happens here. This should be spinning a lot of moisture up into this second province right here. This is Alberta. We've got British Columbia and Alberta right here. But none of this is getting far enough north to do any good. If you go back to the map, we can see that that storm is basically right over Montana. Right here is the center of circulation, and Fort McMurray is way up over here, and it's a long way. It is a long way right there. So, which is a shame. we saw moisture being blown apart as it was moving. Actually, it was over here. They had moisture. There was moisture moving up, and that was all prevented. We saw that last night. If anyone hasn't seen the videos of the cut from 2 or 3 nights ago, check those out because they show the same activity happening right over Eureka, California. Same thing. They were blowing those storms apart. We had a low that was spinning circulation counterclockwise, and it prevented all that moisture from winding back around and going back into Southern California. So they stopped that chance of rain, and this seems to be a pattern. All right, that's it. We will go ahead and do another update tomorrow.